Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we're going to be going over a finals of a Joey-Pegasus format tournament, and this is May 2003 format, and since last time there were two more structure decks that came out. One was the Joey structure deck and one was the Pegasus structure deck, and some very notable cards that came out were Graceful Charity, Sinister Serpent, Harpy's Feather Duster, and Scapegoat. Also, something I want to bring up is back then there was a different rule than what we have now. Let me give you an example. You were able to set quick play spells and use them in the same turn that they were set. So you were able to set something like MST, and if they went end phase MST your MST, you could chain your MST on their back row. So you could actually get some very good punishes out of this scenario. Now, looking at the ban list, we can see that Harpy's Feather Duster is at 1, Heavy Storm's at 1, Sinister Serpent's at 1, and we see Graceful Charity limited to 2, which is crazy to see Graceful at 2 and Upstart Goblin at 1. Wild to see, by the way. Now, going over two example deck lists. The first one is Tomato Control. This is still considered the best deck in this format. I know it's been like a month of Tomato Control. The deck hasn't changed too much. They just keep adding all the new good cards into the deck. We can see the Harpies, the Graceful, the Serpent. We aren't seeing any Scapegoat in this build though. But you can see that like the card quality just keeps increasing rapidly. Now, the next deck I want to talk about is Exodia. This deck is very interesting. You're able to do stuff like Sandgam, Witch of the Black Forest, search your pieces, Mystic Tomato. You have the Nimble that can help stall. You have Scapegoat. You're able to dig much deeper into your deck now because you have Graceful, Upstart, Pot of Greed, Painful Choice, Jar of Greed. There's so many cards that let you dig into your deck. Okay, now hopping into the match, we have Dump Truck versus GGBO789, and going right into it now, we will go ahead and we will see GGBO win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and they will decide to go first, 40 versus 40. Gotta love to see it. And then opening hands, we have the Forceful Sentry, Imperial Order, Jinzo, Witch of the Black Forest, Torrential. They have Limiter Removal, Cyberjar, Mystic Tomato, Call the Haunted, Serpent, and United We Stand. Okay. I forget the main monster of this deck, but it's able to attack twice, and you can like United We Stand, Limited Removal it, and try to get infinite damage in at once. And you can also use like these type of cards on Jinzo to be able to like beat over something for game. Okay, but now pass, draw Kaiku, then activate the Forceful Sentry, go ahead and put the Serpent back into the deck. Then we'll go ahead, set Torrential, Witch, Order, pass, they draw into Scapegoat. Then go main phase, flip Cyberjar, and this card's so good. Destroy all the monsters on the field. Both players look at the top 5 cards, and then these will be able to go to hand, and then these will be set / summon to the field. And then, yeah, they will get the Witch effect after this is done resolving. Oh my gosh, and they get 5 to hand. Okay, but the Imperial Order's looking kind of nice here, though. So go ahead and just add everything, and then they get to go ahead and add multiple cards to hand, so they get Duo, Change of Heart. Both players also hit Duo and Change of Heart off of that. So go ahead and just grab infinite cards to hand. Like, look how broken that was. And then they get to go ahead and grab infinite cards to hand. Then get to set 3. Yeah, just setting all 3 monsters off of this. So Sandgam, Magician of Faith, and the Soul Eater. And then Witch effect, go ahead, search out the Soul Eater, and then activate Duo, chain the Imperial Order. And then they go set Scapegoat, set Order, set Tomato, pass to draw Pot of Greed. Now they could get rid of Order here to resolve like a bunch of power spells, but I don't know if that's even worth it right now, right? Like maybe we just wait. Nah, maybe it is worth it though, because I mean, we might be tribute summoning Jinzo right now to shut off the trap cards. Yeah, standby phase, they're thinking, okay, so they pay for it, and then go main phase, flip, and then normal, battle phase, beat over the Tomato, Tomato effect of summon Tomato, and then Kaiku beat over. And remember, this still works where these can target spells and traps, both of these can. So they're going to go ahead, banish Duo and Tomato, and then Tomato go ahead and summon out another Tomato from the deck. Then pass to draw in the Mage Power, and then go main phase, just switch to defense, pass to draw MST, and then Order will just get destroyed there. They don't pay the damage for it. Then activate Duo, they chain their Order, then we chain MST. Yeah. I think it makes sense that they held the Order until they drew like an MST. I mean, they could have also tribute someone for Jinzo too, but they knew the opponent had Order. because they added it off of the Cyber Jar. Yeah, they grabbed Order, Change of Heart, Duo, Scapegoat, and Confiscation. So they go Duo, then Chain MST, go ahead and rip the Mage Power and Confiscation from the hand. Activate Pot of Greed, draw Torrential, Premature Burial, flip Magician of Faith to grab back Delinquent Duo, activate Duo again, rip Scapegoat, Change of Heart, and then they go flip Sangan, Battle Phase beat over, effect go ahead bring out Witch of the Black Forest, Kaiku beat over. It's kind of interesting that we didn't commit a Jinzo there, right? Yeah, a little bit interesting that we didn't commit a Jinzo. Then they beat over that. They're going to go ahead and search out Jinzo because it has 15 or less defense. And then attack directly and attack directly. And then main phase 2, we will just go ahead and pass turn. Okay, they draw into Mirror Force and then go main phase, call the Haunted, summon back out Witch of the Black Forest. And they're thinking if they want a Torrential here because we do know that they have Jinzo. So yeah, we do Torrential that just to stop the Jinzo from coming out, and then they're going to get Witch Effect, we're going to get Sangan Effect, so they search Sangan, we search Magician of Faith, and then they go Normal Summon Sangan, Battle Phase, declare attack for 1,000, set Mirror Force, pass, draw Harpy's Feather Duster, ooh, that seems pretty good there, activate Harpies, they chain Scapegoat, go ahead, bring out the 4 tokens, that's fine. These also can't be used as a tribute summon for something like Jinzo, so now... If we beat over Sangan, then they won't be able to bring out Jinzo, but we just go set, pass, okay, set 2, pass, they draw Forceful Sentry, bring out Jinzo, Sangan effect, grab out the Cannon Soldier, and then they can be tributed for card effects though, so, you know, you can Cannon Soldier, go ahead, burn for like 2k off of that, and there's also a Machine for Limitor removal. So now go ahead, Battle Phase, attack over Magician of Faith, effect, add back Pot of Greed, and then Forceful Sentry, put back the Pot of Greed, and then they go set Limitor removal, pass to draw Graceful Charity, ooh, good card, activate Graceful, draw Graceful, Gemini Elf, Trap Hole, discard Trap Hole, Gemini Elf, activate Graceful, draw into Painful Choice, Serpent, and Reborn. There we go, we also hit like the best discard for the Graceful Charity. This card is just very free, being able to add back. And it's also with the old errata, not the new ones, so you can just keep adding this back every standby phase. It doesn't have the banish Serpent from your graveyard during the opponent's next end phase clause. And then now they get rid of Painful Choice there. Yeah, I guess Painful Choice kind of loses some of the value at this point. Yeah, okay, they're going to go Change of Heart, take Jinzo, Premature Burial to special summon back out Witch of the Black Forest, Monster Reborn to special summon out the Soul Eater, and then Battle Phase, swing, swing, swing. Then I think they're going to tribute Jinzo for Jinzo, just to get the Jinzo off the field, because they get it back at end phase otherwise. So yeah, tribute for Jinzo, then activate Soul Eater, go banish, just to boost its attack up. Kind of interesting they don't potentially banish 3 there, to play around like a way to reborn Jinzo. And then we would have a monster bigger than Jinzo that's also able to beat over Jinzo in the future. And then pass to draw Painful Choice, normal summon out Cannon Soldier, activate Painful Choice to go ahead and dump. So just, yeah, revealing 3 MST, Harpies, and Raigeki. So obviously going to, you know, get a powerful card to hand here. Get MST the back row. Activate United We Stand, target the Cannon Soldier, activate to Limitor removal, and then we can go Battle Phase, beat over Witch for game. Okay, on to the next game now. We'll go ahead and see Dump Truck go first, and then opening hands, we have MST, Sangan, Graceful, Jinzo, Call the Haunted, and a Order. Then they have Reborn, Pot of Greed, Mirror Force, Jar of Greed, and Kaiku. So Graceful, draw Torrential, Soul Eater, Raigeki. I don't know if it's correct to actually start with Graceful there. Maybe it's just because we have Order, but usually in a format like GOAT format, you would hold off on Graceful until you're able to reach like a Serpent or a Thunder Dragon to get like free discards off of this. Obviously there's no Thunder Dragon being played in this deck, but we do have Sangan that's able to get us to Serpent. But I guess also in GOAT format it's a little bit different because you could play stuff like Raigeki Break, Metamorphosis, which gives your Serpent a lot more value. So I guess Serpent's like not as valuable in this deck. Okay, so I guess that makes more sense. Discard Torrential, discard Jinzo, set Sangan, set Order, set Call the Haunted, pass to draw Torrential Tribute, activate Reborn to summon Jinzo, chain Order, set Mirror Force, set Jar of Greed, set Torrential, pass, then end phase, Call the Haunted, summon out the Jinzo. And also, this is like a really broken thing to do here. But the order is shut off now with the Jinzo being there. And also, back in the day, if you had Jinzo up, you didn't have to pay the maintenance cost on order, so we don't have to pay 700 there. Where nowadays we would have to pay the 700. But they're gonna go activate Heavy Storm. So, quick question about the IO cost. It's negated. Yep. Okay, then they're gonna go ahead and activate Storm. Then flip Sangan, battle phase, attack, and then set MST pass. They draw into Skull Lair, which this is another card that doesn't have to remove monsters. This can remove spells and traps also. Activate Pot of Greed. Draw Graceful Serpent. Activate Graceful. Draw Forceful Sentry, Gemini Elf, MST. Discard the Serpent, discard MST. I mean, this isn't a great spot for them, though. They still have to deal with Jinzo. So now normal summon Gemini Elf, beat over Sangan, then Sangan search out Witch of the Black Forest, and then activate Forceful Sentry, put back the Raigeki, then set the Skull Lair, end phase MST, pass, draw Skull Lair, and then normal summon out Witch of the Black Forest, poke, getting in good damage here. Then we'll just pass turn, holding the Skull Lair until our Jinzo's actually dealt with. They draw into Tomato, add back the Serpent, set Tomato pass, draw into Magician of Faith, and then we'll go main phase, set Skull Lair in case if this is a Morphine Jar. Then attack over, Tomato effect goes summon, bring out Tomato, and then main phase 2, switch to defense, pass turn. Okay, it doesn't set the Magician of Faith to play around something like a Raigeki more. They draw into Delinquent Duo, activate Duo, rip both cards from hand. That is very unfortunate though. And then set Serpent, pass, draw Change of Heart to take Tomato, and then we could just go for game here. So Jinzo beat over, and then attack for game. Now onto the next game. Game number 3, we will see the Cannon Soldier, United We Stand. I forget the main monster's name of the deck. They haven't even summoned it yet. It's the one that attacks twice, though. We have MST, Graceful, Torrential, Kaiku, Jinzo. They have Cannon Soldier, Jinzo, Cannon Soldier, MST, and United We Stand. They also get the draw for turn. Yeah, draw Monster Reborn. Sent MST, pass. They draw Dark Hole. Then main phase, Graceful, draw into Soul Eater, Pot of Greed, Mirror Force. Discard Jinzo, Torrential. Activate Pot of Greed, drawn to Scapegoat, Torrential, and then they can go normal summon Kaiku, battle phase, swing, and then set MST, set Mirror Force, and then go ahead and try to end turn. They draw Pot of Greed, and then activate Pot of Greed, drawn to Dark Hole, Change of Heart. Okay, sadly not drawing like a Graceful there or something. Then Monster Reborn, summon out the Jinzo. Okay, and then normal summon Cannon Soldier, Change of Heart, go take. And also in this deck, it's very important to get damage in early, because later down the line, you're able to go like United We Stand, Limitor Removal, and beat over something for game like they did game 1. Here they do have United We Stand, and it will boost up by 24. Is that game? 24 plus 24 plus 32 plus 15? Wait, that's just game, right? If they attempt to go for it? Yeah, but we have MST to stop it, but... Yeah, that's definitely a game if they try to go for it. So, swing, effect, banish the Magician of Faith targets, Jinzo swing, Cannon Soldier swing. Yeah, and then they're going to go ahead and MST that, go ahead, shut that down. And then go main phase 2, Cannon Soldier, tribute, burn. They would have got it back otherwise. So we can go ahead and just tribute that for free. Then Cannon Soldier tribute itself to go burn. So putting them only at 14 now. And they have Dark Hole plus Cannon Soldier, so they're probably feeling pretty good here. They draw Call the Haunted, which that's actually a pretty good draw. They go normal summon out the Soul Eater, effect, go ahead banish, battle phase, swing over the Jinzo, and then they can go set Call the Haunted, pass, they draw Mystic Tomato. Obviously, like, we know they have MST'd out Call the Haunted, but from our perspective, this is a good draw. Activate Dark Hole to wipe, and then activate MST. That's going to target the new set. Ooh, and they could just chain, summon out Jinzo, and then the Call the Haunted will leave, but the Jinzo will stay. They draw, they set Tomato, pass, they draw Raigeki. What to say, do they even use the Raigeki here? I guess, like, odds are... Nah, it's not even, like, odds are, because there's, like, it could have been Serpent, Sangan, Witch, or the 3 Tomato. yeah, we definitely do not get punished there by anything like that. Like, they had tomatoes, so we didn't get punished at all. Swing, set scapegoat, pass to draw confiscation, and then set the cannon soldier, pass. They draw into the Soul Eater, and then they go activate Dark Hole, wipe the field, normal summon out Soul Eater, and then Soul Eater effect go banish, and that time they just got baited really hard. Then go battle phase swing, and then pass turn, they draw MST, and that's just game. They have nothing to protect themselves with. So they set 2, pass, they draw Kaiku, and then just battle phase, swing for game, and yeah, they have nothing to stop it. So that is just game. Yeah, GG's, GG's. Tomato Control is definitely like the best deck in the format overall, but you will see like random decks like this pop up and be able to take games off the opponents. I mean, they were able to make the finals with the deck even. You'll even see like Exodia pop up from time to time. Won one of the most recent tournaments. So there are other decks in this format. But hopefully, I haven't looked into the next format yet, but hopefully we see less Tomato Control. Oh my god. This card is just too good. Being able to summon multiple tomatoes from the deck, being able to summon, Cannon Soldier from the deck, being able to summon Sandgan, which is the Black Forest. Those cards are really good. So it's pretty much like blocks multiple attacks, and it gets you to Sandgan or Witch of the Black Forest, which gets you into your other good cards. Like, come on now. It's just too good. It's just too good for these old formats. So they had to play the odds. No Magic Cylinder. Yeah, if they had Magic Cylinder there, they just got cooked. That actually would have been insane if they drew Magic Cylinder for turn. Yeah, they would have actually been so mad if they drew that, because that would have just been game on the spot. But okay. They're going to go ahead, so that I think the conversion side for this deck isn't optimal. Machine aggro or aggro bomb or whatever you call this in the standard Tomato Control. Oh, I saw a lot of the same aggro pieces, didn't quite realize. Okay, yeah, so let me post the list. Yeah, I can't wait to see. Half the reason for my success is the power of the unknown. Yeah, I think when a lot of people are just preparing pretty much strictly for Tomato Control mirror matches, playing something that's out of the blue. Whenever you play something rogue that people are not prepared for, you're always able to win games off of that. And it's the same back then as it is now, over 20 years later. But with all that being said, the DB Grinder signing off. Peace, have a nice day, stay safe.